This said, her hideous presence heads for earth, and from the home of the appalling Furies and hellish darkness she calls up the dread Alecto, in whose heart are gruesome wars and violence and fraud and injuries. A monster, hated even by her father Pluto, and by her own Tartarean sisters. So many are the shapes that she takes on, so fierce her forms, so thick her snakes that swarm in blackness. Juno goads her with these words: "You, virgin, born of night, do me this service, this fitting labor. Do not let my honor and fame be hurt or beaten. Do not let the Trojans have their way with King Latinus by marriage, or besiege Italian borders. For you can arm for battle brothers, though they feel at one, and ruin homes with hatred. And you can carry firebrands and lashes beneath their roofs. You have 1,000 names, 1,000 ways of injuring. Awake your fertile breast and break this settled peace. Sow war and crime, let sudden quarrel spur young men to want, demand, and seize the sword." At once Alecto, steeped in Gorgon poison, makes first for Latium in the high palace of the Laurentian chieftain. There she sits before the silent threshold of the queen, Amata, who is kindled by a woman's anxieties and anger, seething over the Trojans' coming, Turnus' thwarted wedding. Then from her blue-gray hair the goddess cast a snake deep in Amata's secret breast, that maddened by the monster she might set at odds all of her household. And the serpent glides on between the queen's smooth breasts and dress, and winds its way unnoticed. By deceit it breathes its viper breath into her frenzy. The giant snake becomes a twisted necklace of gold, a long headband to bind her hair, and slithers down her limbs. And while its first infection, penetrating with damp poison, has gripped her senses and entwined her bones in fire, before her soul has felt the force of flame throughout her breast, Amata speaks softly, as is the way of mothers, weeping over her daughter in the Phrygian wedding. "O husband, shall Lavinia become the wife of Trojan exiles? And have you no pity for your daughter and yourself, no pity either for her mother, whom the faithless robber with the first north wind will leave behind as he seeks out high seas and steals away the virgin as his prey? Did not the Phrygian shepherd use this plan to enter Lacedaemon, taking Helen, the daughter of Leda, to the towns of Troy? What of your sacred pledge, of your old love for your own people? What of your right hand you swore so often to your kinsman Turnus? And if the Latins are to seek a son from foreign nations, and this must be done, and Father Faunus' orders hold you back, then I maintain that every land is foreign that lies apart and not beneath our rule. And so the gods have said. For if you ask the early origin of Turnus' house, his ancestors were Inachus, Acrisius, and his first home, the middle of Mycenae. But when she has tried these useless words and sees Latinus standing firm against her, when the serpent's maddening mischief has slid deep within her bowels and traveled all her body, exciting her with monstrous fantasies, the wretched queen, indeed hysterical, rages throughout the city, even as a top that spins beneath a twisted whip, which boys, when bent on play, will drive across the empty courtyards in a giant circle. Drawn by the thong, It whirls along in curving spirals. The crowd of children, puzzled, bend above that turning wood in their amazement. Each lash gives its life. So, not more slowly, the queen is driven on her course among her cities and fierce peoples. She pretends that Bacchus has her. Racing to the forest, Amata now tries greater scandal, spurs to greater madness. She conceals her daughter in leafy mountains, stealing from the Trojans that marriage, holding off the wedding torches. Eve, O Eve, Bacchus, is her shriek and cry. For only you are worthy of the Virgin. For you she has taken up the supple thyrsus. She circles you in dance. For you she saves her sacred hair. The news flies on. Straightway all of the matrons feel the same zeal kindled by furies in their breasts to seek new homes. And they desert their houses, bare their necks and hair before the wind. Still others crowd the skies with quivering cries. Dressed in fawn hides, they carry vine-bound spears. And at the center, Amata lifts a blazing firebrand of pine, and raging sings the wedding song of Turnus and her daughter as she rolls her bloodshot eyes. Her cry is savage, sudden. O Latin mothers, listen now, wherever you are, if any love still lives within your pious hearts for sad Amata, if care for a mother's rights still gnaws at you, then loose the headbands on your hair, take to these orgies with me. So Alecto drives the queen to every side with Bacchus goads among the woods, the wilderness of beasts.